modern views. Modern views are nothing but in 1814, Baron's John Jacob Brazili suggested few simple representation of the elements. So what are the previous drawbacks he considered as a pictorial representation? To remember all the pictures of 118 elements, it's very difficult. And it's tedious, and too much energy is required to draw the pictures to represent a big chain of carbon compounds like carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, like simply they'll be having so many big number of carbons, hydrogens and oxygen. To draw the pictorial representation of each and every element is very tedious and it's very difficult to remember. So keeping all those things in consideration, this Jacob Brazilius has given some rules. Okay, what are the rules he has given? First, he has given the rules first, like symbols with first letter. So at this particular modern time, if 118 elements are there, these 118 elements he has given the the importance based on the alphabet representation, letters. So first he considered that he gave the first rule as he gave the symbol for the first letter of the element. Okay, he gave the symbol from the first letter of the element. Simple examples like few elements, if you observe the table, we can observe the elements with two-letter symbol only, one letter or two letter. Okay, three-letter elements also we can find at the last. Okay, so when we consider the first letter and two letters, he considered the first letter of the element. For example, hydrogen, first element, hydrogen. So he considered the first letter. The symbol is H. Carbon, the symbol is C. That symbol also should be written in the capital letters, children, not with the small letters. Not with the small letters. Understood? Okay. So, keeping on that consideration, for few elements, he has given the symbols of first letter of that particular element. Like carbon C, hydrogen H, oxygen O, capital O, nitrogen, capital N. Understood, children? What is the second rule he has given? If the elements starting with the same letter, like carbon starts with C, calcium starts with C, chlorine starts with C, copper starts with C. So in that consideration, okay, he has given based on the second letter. Then he considered the second letter. So what will be the second letter for calcium? A. So the symbol is Ca. Understood, children? Okay, that A should be, the second letter should be small letter. That second letter should be the small letter. Okay, some elements he considered the phonetics, sounds. Which sound represents, which sound hurts easy. So very good, Alex. Okay, which sound hurts easily, based on that sound also he considered. Okay, so like example for calcium, capital C, small L. For chlorine, he has given C and L. C and L. Phonetics are sounding, so he has given, yes, Ronald?
But it should be CH.
That's what I said, na? He considered the second letter based on some with the first letter and some with the second letter and some with the phonetic sounds. Chlorine, chlorine,
yes,
chlorine, L. So he has given to make the things easy, to make the people to remember it easy. So he has given like that. Understood? So chlorine, yes, very good, Ronak. So chlorine, Cl. And third rule, he has given based on the Latin names. So sodium, it is obtained from the Latin name natrium. Sodium, he obtained the Latin name from natrium. So he has given the symbol Na. And the copper is obtained from cuprum. It is not double P, children. It's a single P. C-U-P-R-U-M, cuprum. So it is obtained from cuprum. It is given by the second letter of it, that is copper, Cu. Gold is obtained from, like gold he has considered the Latin word like aurum, so he has given the symbol A. Understood? What are the three rules he considered, children? First rule, based on the first letter. Understood? Second rule, very good. Second rule, he considered based on the second letter. Why? Because if the elements are having common first letter, then he considered the second letter. And you should see the, children, you should see the how he is representing. First letter should be always the capital letter and second letter should be the small letter. Okay, chlorine also have given you the clear explanation. Okay, third rule what he has considered is, he considered based on the Latinians. He considered based on the Latinians. Sodium is obtained from natrium. Copper is copper he derived from Latin word cuprum, so it is Cu. And gold is he has obtained from the Latin word aurum, that is A. Understood? Next.
Ma'am.
Yes, child.
Ma'am, the Berzelius, new form of element, something dominating it. Ma'am, is there any difference between it, the modern view and the in the video first Berzelius view?
No, Berzelius he has given like his views. He said before that the elements should have this symbols based on alphabets. So there the previous scientist has given the pictorial representations. So it is very difficult to write for big complex compounds like carbohydrates or amino acids like that. So these are the drawbacks. Keeping that in consideration, he has given the symbols like if it is carbon, simply we learn the spelling of the carbon, simply we can remember the first letter, that is C. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In that point of view, to make the people who study the elements, who worked on these elements and symbols, okay, he made the things easier. So we are following Berzelius modern symbols only.
Yes.
Understood? Yes. Very good. Okay. So what are the three rules he considered, children? Based on the first letter, based on the second letter, and third one based on the Latinians. Along with the Latinians, he also considered the countries, cities, and places also. He also considered the countries, country names also he has given in the form of symbols, okay, cities, and even places like normal places, because from that particular place the scientist worked on the man-made elements. So he has given the names like that. Okay, if one particular person has invented that or he obtained, and he is doing any research, how they are obtained, I think Ishan, you have asked me. Ishan asked me that how they prepare, how they invent the, Ishan has asked me one question, I think, somewhere. Okay, so in that particular view, what they have done, like when they are doing any other experimental work or research work in the laboratories, they'll get different products. Along with the products, they may get any other products which are not required, or fortunately or some wantedly, they'll get different products, but they are new and they are obtained for the first time, or they are obtained no other time before. So based on that, they'll do the research and they may invent a few different elements from that. Like that, some scientist has done the research work when they do the chemical properties of an element and obtaining new products from the chemicals. So they'll get many other new products from it. Like A plus B reacts to form C plus D. So the scientist has already know that when A plus B reacts, you'll get definitely C plus D. Other than C plus D, if he gets any other element that is new, so they consider that element and they'll do further research. and they name that element. Understood, children? Like that, few scientists from different countries, they have obtained a man-made elements. So these man-made elements, they have given the properties and everything. So when they break the element, no other properties are obtained from that element. So they consider that element as pure. Understood? Yes or no? So in that consideration, yes. In that consideration, in that concentration, so they obtained a new products. I said that chemistry is nothing but research every day, 365 days, every minute in some of the laboratories. The research is keep on going. That's why we are getting these many kinds of products. Medicine we are getting, cosmetics, daily necessities, all these are nothing but chemicals. Understood? So how these chemicals, Ishan, your doubt got clarified? Yes? So like that they'll obtain. So by doing research, so they'll get so many other byproducts. We call them as byproducts. Byproducts. Like that, based on that byproduct, again they'll work out on that byproduct and they'll give the properties of that. This is nothing but research. New inventions, new foundations. Okay. So have you seen the first letter symbols, children, here? Hydrogen H, carbon C, nitrogen N, oxygen O, fluorine F, sulfur S, boron 5, phosphorus P, iodine I. All these, like few elements here from this 118 elements, few elements like not all the elements with only one first letter. Based on the criteria what I have shown you, he considered the first letter and second letter. But there are some more elements with 3 letters also. They are kept under the last of the periodic table. That also I am going to explain. Why they have considered, why they have given least importance, and they have kept at the last of the periodic table, why they won't be highlighted. So all these things also I am going to explain. Okay, children? So hydrogen H, carbon C, nitrogen N, oxygen O, fluorine F, sulfur S, boron B, phosphorus P, iodine I. Understood? So next we are going to see the elements with 2 letters. That means first capital letter and the second one small letter. Then he considered the first letter and second letter based on if the elements are repeating with the first letter. Like barium B, boron also B. Barium with the first letter B, boron also with first letter B. So he considered here second letter. How he is representing? First letter should be the capital letter, second letter should be the small letter. Understood, children? Okay. So cadmium CD, chlorine Cl, platinum Pt, palladium Pd, barium Ba, boron Br, beryllium Be, helium He, neon Ne, lithium Li, magnesium Mg. Okay, these are the 2 letter elements. Many are there. This in general we'll use, like especially 1 to 30 elements we'll see frequently, children. Frequently it's in daily use necessities or daily use products or daily use chemicals, like especially the syrup and like medicines. We'll observe mostly 1 to 30 elements in general. So higher elements also we can learn easily. For next coming session, I'm going to ask 1 to 30 elements. Can you prepare all 1 to 30 elements with symbols?
Ma'am,
1 to 30.
No, ma'am.
No?
Yes, ma'am. I know the first 30 elements.
Okay, first 30 elements. So remaining children also get ready with the 1 to 30 elements with the symbols.
Yes, ma'am.
With symbols. Okay, then you'll be having an idea. So that frequently we can go with the shortcuts by not writing the full symbol, a full element name. So we can go with the symbols.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So all this cadmium C is chlorine Cl, platinum Pt, palladium Pd, barium Ba, boron Br, beryllium P, helium He, neon Ne, lithium Li, and magnesium. First, before going to know the properties of the elements, they mainly concentrate on giving the symbols. So these are the basic criteria to know about the elements. Understood? Okay. Next. So first letter elements, second letter elements, these are the rules given by, who is the scientist who gave the rules, children?
Basilius.
Very good. So here you can see the Latin names, children. Latin names. That means the elements, the symbols which derive from Arya is obtained from the sodium symbol is obtained from the Latin word natrium, Na. Potassium, the Latin name. What is the Latin name? Calcium, K. Iron, ferrum, Fe. Copper, cuprum, Cu, that I have shown you in the example. Okay, gold, aurum, Au. Lead, plumbum, Pb. Mercury. What is mercury, children? Hydrogen, Hg. Okay, antimony, tungsten. All these are the higher elements, children. Higher elements like beyond 30. Like few elements are within that 1 to 30 elements. If we consider that tungsten, antimony, tin, mercury, all these, lead, gold, silver, all these are beyond the 1 to after the these are nothing but higher elements. We can say above 30. Atomic number above 30. So before knowing that, ma'am, you are saying 1 to 30 elements. What is that the number? Here, number is nothing but atomic number, children. How you people are getting your roll number in the classrooms, and the same way, atomic numbers are also given by few other scientists. This also you are going to learn in the higher classes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, atomic numbers, atomic mass, these are the terms and classifications you are going to learn in the higher classes. Number of protons, these are subatomic particles, Ishan. Number of protons are nothing but subatomic particles.
Ma'am, we are learning subatomic particles, ma'am, about subatomic particles and ions. And
yes, like electron, proton, neutron you are learning, and the structure of the atoms and everything. Yes?
ma'am,
Arya.
ma'am, I always had this doubt. What are neutrinos?
What are?
Neutrinos.
Neutrons.
No, ma'am. Neutrinos.
Nucleons.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, I'll type it in chat.
Yes. Neutrions. Neutrons or neutrions? Neutrinos, this I'm going to explain you by giving the pictorial representation check. Next session I'll show you by showing the picture of the orbital structure, then it will be easy to you to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood? Yes, okay. So if you want that also I'll show you by showing the image and orbitals, how the orbitals are arranged in different shells. These are the topics and nothing but structure of atoms. Yes? Very good. Okay. So mercury, hydronium, tin, stanium. So all these are represented based on the Latin names. So no need to worry. Like sodium, teacher, you have given sodium. Like sulfur is of S, sodium should have SO. But the sodium symbol is obtained from the Latin word natrium. Okay. So these are the symbols obtained from the Latin words. So there are a few more symbols given based on the country names, states, places. Okay. So based on all these names, some more. So based on country names, city names, places, so some more symbols are given. European, EU, silver, Argentina, that is AG. So Americium, America, from America, AM. Okay. So all this because these are the, I said, artificial or man-made elements. The research has done at that particular place, and these are obtained or found at that particular place or country or that cities. So the scientist has given based on that names. Okay, they have yes, all these are nothing but a country's names, places, and state names and everything. So based on that, they have given the symbols. So let me recapitulate the previous rules. First one, first letter of the first element. Second rule is based upon the second letter. Why? Because if the first letter is common for few elements, so he considered the second letter. Third rule is he has taken the Latin names of the elements and he has given that symbol. And the fourth rule based on countries, states, and places. Is it clear? On what basis the symbols have derived and he has given his views? Any doubts? Now you can log out, children.